Do you
Yeah,
have any news for us?
I've got a couple of things that I think are share worthy today.
I will share your screen then.
All right, perfect. Thank you, sir.
Mhm.
First thing I came across is another tool from Uger Cook, who has last counting like 68 community tools now. It feels like over the last year and a half, but this one is primarily focused around documentation in Intune. I thought this was pretty cool, especially because it was so easy to get going. So if you browse over to intunedocumentation.com, and up here at the top, you will see a sign in. You go ahead and sign in with your account that has Intune permissions. If you haven't already used the app, you'll be asked to provide some read-only permissions into your Intune tenant. And look what this spits out. Just a very nice, easy to read list of settings, catalog settings, configuration profiles, some update policies, and things like that. I do appreciate this is often the case when Uger releases a new tool. I read that he had about 1 month of preview, so I imagine a few people in the community were helping him test this out. And what I expect we'll see is a couple of additional resources that get added in here after the fact. But it's not just having this nice web UI. You can also just select all of these configurations right here, click export, and export as a PDF or a docx, Word doc. And it's going to give you a nice output right here with all of those different resources. So documentation, very important. This is another tool in the toolbox for documentation. There are a couple of other solutions out there, but I did like how quick and easy this was to get going. So very nice. This one might be the most important bit of news, I think, this week. Johan, I know you were pretty excited about this. Microsoft released some new application icons for Microsoft 365 last week.
I've been waiting so long for this.
I knew it. I just knew it. They do look nice, but I was a little surprised. We were getting some new icons again last week. Nevertheless, I do point this out because you may want to update your deployments in Intune and Config Manager with the new icons. So these are out there now. Defender as well got a new icon. I think Intune actually got its. I remember Intune icon being announced a few weeks ago, maybe. But that's going on. This was another laughing because there was no excitement that I saw anywhere about this one. But if you haven't seen the news, the M365 Companion Apps, which are the People Companion, File Search Companion, and Calendar Companion apps, Microsoft is going to start rolling out automatically unless you opt out. My personal opinion, I don't know why I wouldn't opt out of this, because my users have Outlook and OneDrive. But Martin Bankston did write a nice blog post here on if you do want to roll them out yourself, you can do that through Intune this way. And I won't spoil all of his blog here, but go to it if you want to do that. So you can deploy those through Intune, or if you scroll down to the bottom here, you'll also find the setting that you can find in the M365 Apps Admin Center to go ahead and opt out of these coming down to your devices automatically. I don't know if you want to share your opinion on that, Johan, or I imagine an agreement.
Very much in agreement. Don't see an immediate need for this right now. For the blog post, yes, but for the solution, no.
Yeah. All right. Good stuff. Thank you, Martin, for writing that out, by the way. Last but not least, too, saw a new post from Paul Winstanley and Niall Brady on how you can use a remediation to grab health logs from the Windows app from a device. So put simply here, if your Windows app is detecting a health issue, it is logged in a specific directory on the device, and you can pull those logs in through a remediation if you have users that are connecting to Windows 365 VMs, for example. So I thought this was very useful. This is something that I've played around with. Windows 365 is something I've been able to play around with a little bit more recently. So I've been trying to gather up some of these tools as well. So thank you, gentlemen, for putting that together. That was what I had for this week.
All right, thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and share my screen here. All right, let's see if I can hide yours. There we go. This look okay?
It does. Looks like a little PSADT.
Indeed, we are wrapping up. We were wrapping up module number 4 this morning of our free PSADT course here on the Academy, and we were joined by, as I've been calling him, the other Dan, but Dan Goff, because there are 2 Dans on the same team. It's like getting confusing. But he took us through migration of version 3 PSADT packages into version 4.4.1. So that was a fun module. We'll get the recording up later tonight. For those of you who haven't seen it, let's open up a private window here so I'll get it without my login. But long story short, this one is going strong, free to attend, and we have just completed this one here that I mentioned earlier. We will have a break for MMS, and then we tackle the last module in 2 weeks' time-ish, give or take. There we go, and October 23 is the last one. But it will be available on demand, and the first modules are already to get with the lab guides, and it's one of the first times, no, not one, the first time we actually include lab guides in any of our community offerings. So that was pretty cool to put together. So that was what I was doing this morning. On the other news side, you didn't mention the live AMA, did you, this week?
No, I forgot about that.
Yeah, me too. I almost felt embarrassed this Monday. I was like, well, we're going live. It's like, what is going live? But this is. So anyway, the Intune team with Jason Rosak leading and Mayan here, moderator, Matt Call, that's funny. But anyhow, they did an AMA. It's available live. You can check it out. But this is just fantastic Q&A session. Ask Me Anything is the acronym for. But so. And sometimes the questions are as valid as the content they were presenting, sometimes even more. I really like that because people would think about something and ask about it, and you, oh, I didn't follow that.
Yeah, and I did notice, even though that's already happened, I see in the description there that the Q&A is actually open until the 10th, so there's another day or two that questions can be asked.
Yeah, absolutely. And they started to do this for the technical takeoff. They didn't do this as long, but they had the Q&A open for like 24 hours, where they still have folks from the product group sitting there and hammering replies to questions coming in.
Yeah, that's really nice.
That is dang nice. It is. All right. Then I stumbled across a PowerShell version of a pretty popular Python script for patch management. So this one here, Fabian put together a PowerShell module that pretty much did what the old Python script do for patch compliance or the monthly reporting of patches. So if you haven't checked this one out, highly recommend doing so. It's pretty cool. But yeah, he done a lot of work porting that one over. It's not a small script, put it that way. All right. So that was all I had in terms of news. I have been playing around a little bit with the Windows 11 25 H2. We had a pretty long thread going on yesterday on Twitter or X regarding the ability to continue to use a local account. Because apparently Microsoft made an announcement that said, no, you'll only be able to use a Microsoft account and no more local accounts. So we're removing some abilities to do that. That might be true, but that will be for the home edition of the product. If that happens, the corporate versions, Pro and Enterprise, they still have it. And I just to prove a point that I did verify that and actually did a little video of it. I haven't released it yet, but it's coming. Because a good friend of mine, Mr. John, was asking in the forum, like, all right, I didn't see an option to do this. And it's like, oh, there is one. I have it right here. I was actually testing it because I was afraid there was a change in 25H2 that I missed, but nope, still works the same. So that will be released hopefully either tonight or tomorrow morning, one of the two.
Awesome. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, bring the popcorn. It must be solid minute and a half long.
Oh, you'd be surprised on how much popcorn I can eat in a minute and a half.
The talent of yours that I didn't know about.
Yeah.
Well, they have, hot dog contest. Why not popcorn eating contest? There must be one.
Exactly.
All right. Total sidebar. Do we have any questions?
We do, and thankfully it looks like our chat is working here this week, which is very helpful. So a couple of hellos. I see a comment in here on the PSADT course as well, that it's been a great course. Happy to hear that. I know you and the team have been very, very excited about it, Johan. So happy to hear that the momentum and excitement around it has continued through these modules.
Yeah, it's crazy. It officially passed now as our most attended course ever since we started the academy. We are coming up now on 2,000 people taking a look at it. Like, dang, that was a big interest.
Amazing. It's fantastic.
Yeah.